Hello once again, great people, welcome back to my page. We are going to have a look at trigonometry problem here as it involves grade 11 and grade 12. Here we have a problem. They are asking us if 17 sine of theta is equals to minus 15 is equals to 0, that we should determine the value of cos theta, cos 2 theta, sin theta, cos square theta, and tan of 2 theta without using a calculator. One thing you want to be very careful about is whenever they say without using a calculator, make sure there's no element of decimal in your answer. And you have to show a comprehensive breakdown of how you went about it. Normally, the best approach is to use sketches. Now, first things first, let's simplify this expression. This expression is 17 sine of theta minus 15 is equals to 0. Simplify the identity so that it will be alone. So this gives us sine of theta is equals to, this goes over, it becomes 15, and then we can divide both sides with coefficients of sine. Remember first step, take this over, it becomes 17 sine theta equals to 15, divide both sides with the coefficient of sine, then sine of theta is equals to 15 over 17. Now, what next? The next thing is we'll check on which quadrant do we have sine as positive. Sine is positive on the first quadrant. Remember our case? All same teachers compare first quadrant, second, third, fourth quadrant. Cos is positive, all is positive here, sine is positive here, tan is positive. So sine is positive on quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So our sketch must be in any of these. Please remember, if no restriction is given, you can create a sketch of any of them. But if we have restriction, like if they have given us something like theta is an element of 0 to 180, yes, it can be here or here. If they have given us something like theta is an element of 180 to 270, then we cannot consider the first quadrant if sine is positive. We only consider the second quadrant. So your sketch also has a mark condition. So sketching on the right quadrant gives you the mark. So for this, it is open. So we will have our sketch on the first quadrant. What do we have for our sketch? Let's look at this. If we have our sketch here, remember from Sokatua, that sine represents opposite over hypotenuse. So if we have angle theta, the opposite of angle theta is 15, and the hypotenuse is 70. And that is what represents sine. So we need to get the other part of the triangle to complete our right angled triangle. Now, what do? We use pi tag. So pi tag says that the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the square of the hypotenuse will be equals to, the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the opposite and the sum of the adjacent. So our adjacent in this case will be root of 17 all squared minus 15 all squared. Which if we simply because x equals the root of 64, which is 8. So our adjacent in this case is 8. Then we can work around using our Sokatua to get whatever we want, as well as applying trigonometric identities in the process. Now let's go to the first question. They want us to determine without a calculator the value of cos of theta. If sine of theta is this, cos of theta, remember, is gotten with adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have adjacent over hypotenuse giving us cos of theta. So from this, our adjacent is 8 and our hypotenuse is 17. So cos of theta will be 8 over 17. We should also be extremely careful here. Let's say we were given this range of values. Cos of theta will be 8 over 17, but depending on where the sketch is. If the sketch is on the second quadrant, you should understand that cos is actually a negative on the second quadrant. So we will not just have 8 over 17, we will have negative 8 over 17. And then let's go to the next one. The next one is asking us for cos of 2 theta. Please, 2 theta is not just 2 times the angle. Please, remember this is a double angle. So what do? We use double angle identity to simplify it. We use double angle identity to simplify. We can use anyone. We can use cos squared theta minus sin squared theta. Remember, we are replacing this with double angle identity. We can use 2 cos squared theta minus 1, or we can use 1 minus 2 sin squared theta. Any of them will return the same value if done properly. Now, cos squared theta means this is our cos squared. Cos theta will have 8 over 17 all squared minus our sin theta is 15 over 17. 15 over 17 all squared. So 8 over 7 we have 64 over 289 minus 225 over 289. So this will give us negative 61. 161, so we have negative 161 over 289 as our final answer. So cos of 2 theta without using a calculator will give us negative 161 divided by 289. Now let's go to the third one. We have, this was supposed to be sine of 2 theta because we already have sine theta. Sine of 2 theta is the same. We approach it the same way. It is also double angle. So for double angle, sine of 2 theta will return 2 sine theta and cos theta. And that is where we plug in place. Remember, you must replace these identities with double angle. You cannot just plug in for theta. Then, going forward, 2 sine theta cos theta will give us 2. Our sine theta is 15 over 70. And our cos theta is 8 over 70. So remember, we don't have to pick from our previous experiences. This is our sine of theta. And then we just plug it in. And let's see what it gives us. We have 15 times 8. So this gives us 240 all over 289. 240 all over 289. And that will be the value for sine of 2 theta. Now let's go back and complete the remaining ones. It is always good to leave our foundation intact so we know where we are working from. Now let's go to question D. Now they're asking us for cos squared theta. Cos squared theta. There are 2 ways of doing this. We can just take the value of cos theta and square it. So this is the simplest approach. Cos theta is adjacent to the hypotenuse. So we have 8 over 17 all squared, which will give us 64 over 289. That is cos squared theta. Now the major problem here is our E, which is tan of theta. We'll remember that the identity for tan is actually sine over cos. So I have sine theta 2 theta over cos 2 theta. That's what gives us this. So we check back. We have previously solved for sine of 2 theta, and we have previously solved for cos of 2 theta. So I will leave this for you to finish and figure it out. Remember, it's just dividing the value we got from sine of 2 theta with the value we got from cos of 2 theta. Please, I need you to post the final answer in the comments, and please do share and comment on this. If you have any question, please ask. I'm here and I'm always ready and willing to help. Do have a blessed day going forward.